Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Five a Day. This week we've been looking in Ephesians 6. We've been looking at what Paul writes is the armour that the Christians should have to protect themselves. Paul uses this picture from Roman soldiers, which would have been pretty common to people in an occupied territory, and they would have understood and visualized in their mind what he was talking about. And we looked at the belt and we looked at the breastplate yesterday. So let me read you the next verses in Ephesians 6 and verse 15. And with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. And in addition to all this, take up the shield of faith with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Paul's concern here is with the external opposition that Christians face, external opposition which comes, maybe we're face to face with a person, but actually there are spiritual powers at work here that are devious, that are working like they work to try and destroy the ministry of Jesus, and failed, trying to destroy Christian lives, trying to destroy the spread of the gospel into the world. And he says there to be ready with your feet, with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. The Roman army were well known for their ability to rapidly advance across all sorts of terrain. Indeed, they probably learnt this from Alexander the Great's army, who had a similar kind of background, who were able to take territory because they were able to just move faster. And one of the things, the secrets of it was that their boots, and they had these boots which were studded. Now, if you played any sport, athletics, hockey, football, cricket, golf, you'll be aware of spikes on the shoes which help you to hold the ground, help you to twist and turn, help you to move in a way that you couldn't do without those. And basically they had nails in their boots, and those nails acted as spikes, and they were able to cross terrain very, very quickly. They were able to be sure-footed. They were able to travel through at any time. And with these boots, they were prepared for action. And it's here Paul speaks of the gospel of peace being preparedness, that we're prepared. The gospel of peace prepares us. Being soaked and completely given over to the gospel of Christ is preparation in itself. We're in a place where we're secure in him, and that security enables us to stand. That security enables us as well to go forward. It enables us to not just resist the enemy, but enables us to move forward in our lives. It enables us to move forward in the mission of sharing the gospel with others and bringing this gospel of peace. There's surely echoes here of Isaiah 52:7, where it says how beautiful are on the mountains are the feet of him who brings good news. And because we're Jesus' army, we're bringing good news. And wherever we go and wherever we take, we've got good news for the world. And in whatever situation, we bring peace. We've got good news. We've got good news in these days of COVID-19. We have got good news that we can bring to the world around us. We can bring the gospel. Gospel is with us, and we can be certain that the gospel we have, we can be sure-footed, and we can stand firmly no matter what kind of ground we're on, no matter what happens. And then it says, in addition, take up the shield of faith. Well, the Roman shields were very long, oblong or slightly oval shields, and they would hold it up in front. It wasn't just a small round thing, something that they could cover their bodies. And often you'd see pictures of Romans locking their shields together side by side, and behind them it being a defence. And here it tells us how these shields can extinguish the flaming arrows. The enemies often used to put pitch on their arrows and fire them, but these shields, they would go into the shields, and the shields would be the defense. But not only that, it says actually the shields that we have will extinguish the arrows. Now that wasn't always the case for the Romans, although there is one incident recorded where somebody said they had 220 darts in their shield when they looked at it after a battle. But the flaming darts would have been different. Yet the shield that we have, the shield of faith, will extinguish the arrows. And so faith is that shield that we need to hold up. We need to trust God. We need to believe in Him. We need the faith that we have is our protection. And so day by day, we walk in that. We walk in that confidence that He is protecting us. And so as we share the gospel, as we live our lives, no matter what comes against us, no matter what laws or what changes happen, we serve Him. And I think that's really important. I don't serve any particular faction, any particular party, any particular cause as such. I serve Christ. And as Christians, that's what we're called to do. We're called to serve Christ and to follow Him. And we can trust in Him, in the gospel, and by faith we can move forward. By faith we can resist temptation, we can resist the enemy, anything that's thrown at us. Bless you, have a fantastic day, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.